All right, here we go. So, if anybody had a chance to look at my post today, I put up a series of pictures of men, and I said it's a conversation we don't want to have, but who can replace Chadwick in as Black Panther? So me and my sister just started discussing who I felt like who can replace him, and she said names or whatever. And then it started to come to, well, can he even be replaced? Should you even try to replace him? So then some people got a little salty on the post and was like, he should never be replaced. Don't leave him alone. It dies with Chadwick. And then we got a lot of his sister should replace him, blank, blank, blank. So my sister and I was talking. I said, okay, let's break down each one of these scenarios. Let's say, okay, you replace him with his sister. What are Black men gonna say?
Right.
We worked hard. We got a Black man.
Finally,
we being murdered in the street.
Black male superhero.
We got a Black man who's a superhero, and y'all Black women, y'all want to take him out.
The Day of the Women, they're saying.
You want to take him out and replace him with his sister. No, we want him to stay a Black man. Now, if it's not Chadwick, it got to be somebody else. So then you got that argument.
Right.
Then you got the argument of, okay, do you replace what actor wants to replace Chadwick?
There's some big shoes to fill.
So then I told my sister, well, they replaced Superman with Christopher Reeve. But then you got the argument, Black Panther is not just a regular, normal superhero,
right, like Superman,
to Black
Spider-Man.
people. He's much more than that. So then I told my sister, I said, well, Stan Lee already wrote
the
character Black Panther. So he's alive in comic books.
He's still living.
So then the conversation, we'll have this conversation in a minute. Conversation went to, well, if Stan Lee was alive, would he say, I don't care what I wrote about Black Panther in the future. I'm fine with you killing him off and his sister taking over. Or would Stan Lee say, I'm not fine with you guys changing the character that I wrote. Get another actor to play him. So this is where we are now. Right. So what are you saying, Lenora?
Because when my sister said about the Stan, what's Stan's last name? Stan Lee? Stan... The guy that created
Carolyn is in here. I'm going to add somebody.
Okay. I'm not familiar with the comic book world. I know people who are. I had coworkers. Oh my God. Like Spawn. Spawn was another Black, well, he wasn't as big as Black Panther. But I had coworkers tell me, they don't like when you change the world.
Right.
If Black Panther is living now in the comic book world, don't kill him off. It won't make sense.
Right.
So you get that group of people.
The comic fans.
The comic fans. Yeah. They would be really upset if he was killed off and even his sister taking the place.
They're like, that's not in the comic book. That wasn't written there. What are you doing?
And then I brought up with my sister this morning, I said, well, okay, it would be, as far as the tradition, when a brother dies and the sister's the only one that's left, she can carry the legacy as what he did as Black Panther. But like Kim said, you're going to get backlash still from the comic people.
Yep.
You're going to get backlash from the brothers.
Yeah.
Like, really? You killing off our Black male strong superhero. You replacing it with his sister. Okay, sister's fine, Black woman, whatever, but really.
So I guess the conversation comes in, and here's the thing. If I told my sister, I said, if this was a normal comic book character, it would kind of almost be silly of having this conversation.
Right, they would replace him right away.
Christopher Reeve died. Okay, so what? Get another Superman. Next. But Black Panther was so... I don't know. It was such a...
It was like that Obama moment as president.
It was like the Obama moment.
Oh, a Black superhero.
It's almost like if Obama had passed away in office, do you get another Black president?
Right.
If Obama had passed away...
Just get another Black man.
No, you got to get another Black... No, but the vice president is Joe Biden. No, we want another Black president. But that's not the rules. The rules is the vice president takes over. So the rule is for the comic book, he's still alive. Black Panther's
Yes.
not dead.
Right.
So, I mean,
It's so funny because people are putting on Facebook, let him rest in peace, and really, I mean, Chad, he played some really heavy duty
Chad played a lot
characters.
of
He played
characters.
James Brown.
Thurgood
He played,
Marshall.
yeah. So the character Black Panther
He
is
was
a
bigger than he
character
was bigger than Black Panther. But then somebody would say, "No, Black Panther was bigger
bigger
than
than
Chadwick."
Chad. Yes.
Oh, I don't know.
It's like
So we have to be like, I would put this on thing just so you guys kind of think about it. What do you guys think? Because Chadwick, if Chadwick was alive, he would say Black Panther is bigger
bigger
than
than him.
me.
As
So
humble as
he
he
would want it to keep
was,
going.
yeah, as
He
humble
would.
as he was.
I'm not trying to speak for him because I don't know him personally or whatever.
Mhm.
I'm just going by interviews
And
and
how
things that
he
he said.
portrays himself.
I
Yeah.
feel like he would say Black Panther is bigger than me.
Yes.
So I would want that legacy
Keep
to
it
keep
alive.
going
Yeah.
and just get somebody else to
Yeah.
play
It'll be
him.
tough to fill it to put somebody else in that place, but the comic character alone is not dead. Why would we
No.
want to kill him off to
And
make
it's
the
a
sister
positive
just
a
yes.
black male presence that's in the comic book section. To replace him with his sister, you're doing the same thing that black men been saying that black women always do, which is move out the way, I'll take
I'm a
over.
real superhero anyway.
And it's like black men are like, okay, can we at least get a superhero without y'all coming in and
Because
taking over?
another black actor will still keep that excitement alive in kids' eyes. Yeah, kids will go. That's not when he puts
Kids
on
don't know the
when he
difference.
puts on that mask. I told
Kids
Kim,
don't
I
know the
said they can
difference.
film it where he's not, maybe a lot of parts is not with his face, but when
Right.
he puts on that outfit, they're like Black
Yeah, I don't think
Panther.
little kids would know the difference. They
Yeah,
may say a little bit like,
that's
"Oh,
not
that's,"
him.
but they mostly into that costume. I'm sorry. I think most little kids. I'm not talking about the older ones, but most of we're the ones that's into Chad. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're the ones that's
Hmm.
into the character, the older one.
Hmm.
But the kids is like, I mean, like Superman is Superman. You know, Black Panther is Black Panther. It's that
Yeah,
costume. It's that
yeah.
character. And if somebody else plays them, maybe for the first
Yeah, it'll be a
few
shock.
minutes, they
It'll be
might
a
be like,
shock, like,
"Is that the
ooh.
same?" But after he
It's like
fights
changing.
and does all that, they'll be
I,
like, "That's Black
I
Panther."
guess you're saying too, it's not like changing Batmans. I know we have our favorite Batmans, we have our favorite, even going out of the comic book, James Bond. We all have our favorite. Even wanted Idris to play.
Right.
Ooh, that would have been nice. But the fact that Black Panther superseded all characters
Yeah.
because of his color and because of his, ethnic background,
Yeah.
I would honestly feel. I mean, here's the thing. I'm between two.
Yeah.
I,
I'm
I
I'm
can I
torn.
can do the sister as a black female. I'm okay because that's his family.
Right.
She
Right.
keeps the legacy, and that shows
Which is
strong,
positive too.
good power, girl power, which they are saying now with all that's going on in politics and stuff. Women running for president. This will be the time for the women to rise,
That's true.
even as a black female
That's
superhero.
true.
So it's positive on both ends.
I'm torn.
You gonna get the comic book care people. They gonna be angry. You're
Yeah.
killing off this man. He is in the books. He is not dead.
Yeah.
So that's a
I'm
hard one.
torn
Yeah.
because you could go either way with that, but I don't know. That's a tough one. I'm just thinking if I was, you know what? And Stan Lee's not alive, so we
Yeah.
can't
Who
ask
owns the
him.
right to his to make the decision like
And I
that?
even feel like if Stan Lee was alive,
Would he kill him off though?
I don't
I think he would
know.
replace him and just keep it moving.
But I think Stan Lee would also like the ideal of his sister
Hmm.
being a positive, strong black
Female
female.
comic book character.
That's a tough one,
Because
y'all.
she'll be the first too, right? I don't know the comic book world. Is there any other black female? I don't think so. Is it?
It might be one, but not in the
Hit
not.
us hit us on Facebook if it is. But she will also be making history too. and she's so feisty. People are loving her and they want to see her character continue on. It'll continue on either way, but her character continue on in place of her brother. And she would probably
Yeah.
be, if they write that in, she would start reminiscing of her brother before she put
Well,
that hood
somebody said
on.
have him come back as a spiritual
Like they did
advisor.
his dad. His dad came back in the
Yeah.
spirit. So I don't
I don't know, y'all.
know.
I'm torn with
Yeah,
that one.
that's
That's
a
why I
good
said this
one.
is a good Woods report because I'm torn.
You're
I
not
could
gonna
go either
you're
way.
not gonna make everybody happy.
Yeah.
Um,
But okay, put it this way. If we look at it, let's look at it as legacy and let's look at it in the way that kids would look at it. Let's remove ourselves from this thought,
mhm.
okay? So if we remove ourselves as adults looking at
A kid's
emotionally
eyes,
attached to
in a
Chad
kid's eyes,
and all of that, and let's look at it in a kid's eyes, I would have to say you have to keep Black Panther the way it is written,
and not
and
kill
you
him.
have to get another person to play him.
Okay.
If I'm just looking at it just from a kid's point of view, because they're not going to make a big deal about it the way we are. You know what I'm saying? They don't have that same connection with Chadwick that we do.
But do you
They
think?
connected with the character
But
Black
do you
Panther.
think along the lines of trying to look in the kid's eyes
Hmm.
that, and even if we're staying for
Angela saying no.
African American kids too, do you
Hmm.
think they would be just as excited to have his sister put on her little costume?
Yeah.
We've grown to know that sister and how feisty she is and how smart she is. The kids would still be like, "That's Black Panther's
I
sister!
agree. So what
Yay!"
Angela say? So they had already set it up that Shuri was going to be the new Black Panther.
Oh,
Oh.
how you get
You
that
know
inside
what?
scoop?
He had per the comic
Really?
books. So if they did that, Angela, then that's a smooth
That's
transition.
smooth.
Even without Chadwick still being alive, that's a smooth. I mean, if he was still alive,
Right, right.
if they did that in the comic
I
books,
didn't know that. Thank you,
then
comic people who
that,
was in
yeah, you comic book people,
Yeah,
thank you,
y'all know
because
your
we don't know
storylines.
comic books like that.
Yeah,
If
forgive me.
okay,
That's
okay,
kind
all
of weird. I
right. So
know.
hold on for a second. So this changes the whole thing. Angela changed the whole
Okay,
thing.
okay.
All right, here we go. Everybody, calm down for a second.
Okay.
Everybody, calm down for a second. Now,
Okay.
from what Angela's saying
Uh-huh.
is according to the comic books, okay, Killmonger is coming back another 3 times. Imagine the marketing merch opportunities with the whole family of Black Panther, sister, cousin, all the action figures. Cynthia says that.
Okay.
True. Okay, so everybody relax
Getting
for a
excited
second.
here.
All right, everybody
Okay.
relax. Hold your horses a second. All right. Now, Angela just said, according to the comic books,
Mm,
his sister is set to take over anyway.
really?
So even if
They'll just do it
Chadwick,
earlier?
even if Chadwick was alive, they probably would have gone in that direction
Like
anyway.
he got older and it's ready for her to move on to my
Yeah,
sister.
yeah. Now, if that's the case, you could take down my post that I put and put in his sister. Because if that's the
Wow.
case, she would be perfect.
Yes.
Because she is not afraid.
Yes.
She's smart.
Yes.
She is a STEM, science. Little black girls would be like, "Oh my God, I
I'm
love
sorry,
science."
black men. Yes, it won't be.
Yeah.
It won't. We'll lose that male right now.
But if
Figure.
he comes
But
back, if somebody, Val said on my post,
Mhm,
use him to come back and give her advice.
mhm.
Like he would be her
Coaching her,
her
and in her ear,
mentor.
"Hey, sister,
Yeah.
remember this. You can
Okay.
do this, my sister." And
Yeah.
that bond would still be there. It's almost like how we are in real life, how we should be, taking
Right.
on our ancestors, our siblings, and what they've told us and what they've spoken to us to encourage us.
Yeah.
So it's like a family thing, and to come together and be strong. And she still will conquer the world with his
Yeah.
help, with dad's
Yeah.
advice as well, with mom.
Yeah. That's what Cynthia kind of
Yeah.
said. The whole family is superheroes.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Something to think
So,
about.
But yeah, just me bringing up the conversation, I still feel like if Chadwick was still alive, he would be like, "This is bigger than me.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
not this you." And y'all know that we don't know him personally, but y'all know from just his spirit and the way he was, and
Mm-hmm.
the way he talked about Black Panther, and the way that or the whole cast did.
Yeah.
You know that they all feel this, even Angela Bassett, all of them, that is bigger than
Mm-hmm.
us.
Yeah.
If Angela Bassett would be like, if I go, y'all better get somebody else to play his mama. Don't be like, nah, we can't do his mama no more. So I agree. Stick with what the comic is, and if the comic is saying that his sister is supposed to take over, then
Now, we can end it on this with all the ones that you did post, and some people have been posting guys that we forgot.
If they did replace. Okay, there you go. That's
Let's
another
go
conversation.
Back to that before we
Okay,
end.
so
This is our opinion.
So if the comic book did not say that it was going towards his sister,
right,
who was going to take over power, and a guy had to take over as Black Panther, which actor would you think would make a good Black Panther?
That's a good question too.
I said Kendrick Lamar, but everybody's like, he's not an actor, but that doesn't matter.
I told him, I said his challenge may be he has to have the language. He has to speak with that accent. Can Kendrick Lamar do that? He'll sing or rap or two, but pick up that.
All you got to do is hang around some African people for about a week, and you will pick up that dial. You start talking like that when you just
go around other people.
When you get when she get her hair braided, she come back speaking
right.
like she been in Nigeria.
No. But I said,
I'm like, you only got your hair braided.
Idris and what's the other guy? Kenneth.
Which one you talking about?
I said they were too old.
Yeah, she said Idris is too old.
He's too old. Of course, he'd be perfect.
I said Idris too, Angela, but they said he's too old.
I think he's too old to be that.
I thought Denzel Washington's son would be nice.
I don't know,
but nobody.
I said with that. What is it, Alba? What's the guy I said? Albert. What's his
Hodge.
name?
Alvis Hodge.
Alvis,
like
you
that.
said Alvis, and then I even mentioned Kofi.
Kofi, yeah. Some people said him. Okay, I'm still going with Kendrick Lamar.
I think the challenge would be the acting, even though I picked him for the look. I don't know, because you got to really be.
You don't really need that strong actor if they saying Killmonger is coming back, because Michael B. Jordan gonna take that. Y'all know that.
I thought he died though.
Who is John David, Angela? She like John David. Who is John David?
You gotta Google him and see.
Google him. See who John David is.
John David.
I don't know who that is. Somebody said that guy from the Beale Street.
What's his name?
I wonder if that's him. John Davis.
Oh, Davis?
Yeah. She said David. I'm sorry. John David.
Oh, that's Denzel's son.
Oh, John Washington.
John David Washington.
Yeah. That's what I was saying.
Denzel's son.
Denzel's son. Yeah. That's who I thought too. I thought he could.
I don't know. I'm still trying to get used to him.
Yeah, Denzel's son.
I'm so stuck on his father. It's hard to let go.
What he is a young Denzel Washington. He sounds like Denzel Washington. He moves like Denzel Washington.
He looks like him, but not that look.
He sounds like him and he acts like him. He moves like him.
He sure does.
And so I think he would be a good. Black Panther. Okay. And here's the question: would any of them want to do it? I think they would.
You said Kendrick
Lamar. They said is asking to do it.
Yeah.
So I don't know, guys. So that's a discussion.
But what she said, who was it that made the comment about the comic, the actual storyline?
Is going towards his sister.
Yeah.
So that's a discussion. I think
that's going to be what we're going to do.
I have a feeling that this will not be the only time this will be discussed. It will be discussed. It's probably going to be discussed when they start talking about Black Panther again and putting it out there. And
when they start
Black Twitter going to go crazy.
Looking for characters to fill whatever they need.
Black Twitter going to go crazy. So I'm early now. That's all. I'm just bringing it up.
And with that decision, like I said, if that's the way the comic book story is going anyway, the comic book people can't be upset. Because that's where it's going.
Right.
But maybe a few people would be upset because it won't be a male anymore. It'll be a female. But we'll still
But even
happy.
with that, let's say that the comic book was going that way, that is his sister. Mm-hmm. It just, right now, I just think black men, it would have been so nice to keep a black superhero out there. because it's like all we seeing now is this black man being, murdered and put down in the
Yeah,
street
but
and all
that'll
of
be
this.
like to your point. You're saying the kids it won't matter. I think it will. If Chad's not taking that mask off, they gonna go. That's not Black Panther. That's I can see a little 5-year-old will remember that. That's not Black Panther,
That's
mommy.
true,
I
Angela.
don't look like him.
Angela saying Wakanda was women led. That's true because all the
It
soldiers
sure
were women.
was. Why not a Wakanda queen? Hey, or a princess should be a
That's true
princess.
too. I guess you can look at it that way. Like all the soldiers and everybody
They
were
were
female,
female.
so why wouldn't the leader, Black Panther, be female?
Maybe that's why the comic book story went that way. Because
Oh,
Wakanda did have a heavy presence of women,
okay.
but not like a Wonder Woman. And her whole her
Yeah.
world was all women,
Well, the Wonder Woman, it would be like a black version
like Wonder
of
Woman's
Wonder
world. Yeah,
Woman.
with her mom and all of the women there, Amazon
They all
women.
fighting and
Yeah,
everything.
warriors. Like I said, this is the time for females.
Yeah.
We're rising. Politics, everything. We are rising.
Yeah.
And our next president, hopefully, if it's 45 years, we don't know, should be a female. So we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. Yeah.
But yeah, so that was our discussion, guys. I don't know.
But thank you for that
But I
update.
understand some people,
Because
better. Like, why are you even talking about this? Chad's just, just passed
we
away.
talking about Black
It's
Panther
just
character,
Black Panther.
not Chad.
It's not Chad.
And then that puts Chad in a box. He
Yeah.
plays so many characters.
He was bigger
You gonna
than.
put him just in a
I
Black
think
Panther
he
box?
was.
Let's just give. It's just time to rest. He just
Yeah,
died.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah. He was
Black
so
Panther
much.
is still alive.
And then even just talking about Chadwick, he was just such a loss. And this personal, I guess this can go a whole nother direction, guys, with this. And I'm going to bring it up. And my sister don't even know. I'll even say it, but he died of fourth stage colon cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And my sister had fourth stage colon cancer.
When I
so
found,
this is personal. I'm just bringing it up.
yeah.
Nobody know I'm bringing this up,
when
but
I
I'm just saying.
found out that he passed away and why he passed away, I've been crying for the last 3 or 4 days because I was diagnosed with the same colon disease. Now, he was young.
In shape.
That's what really hurt me. But the part of it is like he still was filming movies and oh my God. And I had to sit down and say, God, okay, what are you showing me? I've had people around me. I kid you not. Marvin Sapp, y'all know his wife. She died of fourth stage colon cancer. And people were around me. I said, God, okay, if you're keeping me alive, it's for a purpose, and I want to be in your purpose, in your perfect will. But I was teary-eyed when I heard that because I'm thinking, who knew that he was suffering? They said third stage, and then my doctor told me when my doctor first told me, I felt like I was. I think I told this. The first oncologist that told me, she said real sad, holding my hand.
Yeah, she came in when the lady came in and told her that she had cancer. The doctor was depressed.
Oncologist.
She was crying more than
hand.
Lenora
She
was.
said, I hate to tell you, but you had. And I had already known I had it from my scan because the gentleman who told me my scan result, he said, ma'am, I've been doing this for years. And he said, the scan results, you have cancer. You have probably fourth stage. He wasn't sure.
Fourth stage.
So I talked to my GI. I said, give me more details on the fourth stage. He looked at me. He said, had you not come earlier for your colonoscopy? He was fussing at me. He said, those are polyps I probably could have removed. So I hoped and pray that they make changes to the age that you can get a colonoscopy, especially if it's history. Kim has to get one now, even before that age. So he was 43, I think 43. When he was first diagnosed, he was 39.
Yeah, 39.
That's young. That's a very young age. And you won't know unless you have the different...
Men get prostrate and colon and all of that. They need to get all of that checked.
But I'm so grateful that he showed his strength through it. He was strong to the very end. He has something about his spirit that just
he
made
seemed
me
like
realize,
he had a nice spirit.
And like Kim was saying, with that character, he would even be so humble to say, "Hey, you guys, that character made little other kids with cancer, just smile and be happy to see that."
Darlene said they changed the age of 45 from 50, so now it's 45.
Okay, so they made it a little made you what. You can go in at
Pat
a young
says, I
age
love
like you.
listening to the Woods Report and your adventures. Such a blessing to be so close to your sister. Stay well. Thanks, Pat.
But
But yeah,
yeah,
I mean, so we have a personal connection with Chadwick because of
yes,
the
yes.
when I heard about it, when I heard about, I told my sister because it came up on the report. I said, Lenore, Chadwick passed away. And then I said, a colon cancer. And then she said, what? I said, colon cancer, fourth stage, what you had. And then I was just like, that just hit too close to home.
It
Just
did.
everything, y'all. I don't even understand. If y'all look at my post earlier that I wrote, when I told God, I said, if I had 1,000 tongues, I couldn't
It
praise you
wouldn't be
enough. My
enough.
mom was just in the hospital on a ventilator with COVID-19. I don't know.
With the
You
doctor
sit
telling
back,
us to
yeah, say goodbye.
your last
He was telling us
wishes.
to get
We're
our
like,
family
what?
together to call to do a FaceTime with her to say
I'm
goodbye.
like, what is he
So I'm
talking
sitting here
about?
going, God, what in the world? All of this is going on. I'm like, why? You start thinking of, okay, so why am I here? Why do you let me live?
Mm-hmm.
Because the people that's not here was so great. It's not
Mm-hmm.
like these were like losers. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know why they gone. They ain't had no. These are like great
God's
people
mercy
that
even
was doing so
it's
much.
God's mercy to even let the losers even stay because
It's
he
like,
wants them to know who he
yeah.
is.
So you have to start thinking, okay, so you don't know you don't know everything. You don't know why he does what he does,
Mm-hmm.
but you just have to thank him for what he does. And you are above ground. So
Mm-hmm.
many people, we complain, and y'all, times is going to get worse. I'm just telling y'all right now. Those people who living in la la Google land and y'all thinking, oh, no, it's going to get worse. It doesn't matter who wins the election. Both sides are extreme. So either way, you got to know God for yourself, and you have to know his voice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how we got on this from Black Panther,
Because
but
Chad,
cause
his
Chad.
life, yeah.
But you got to know him for yourself, and you got to live each day as if this might be your last day. So you have to live every
To the
day to the
fullest.
fullest, because you don't
Yeah.
know what
Mm-hmm.
what may happen tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And I had wrote on my thing. I said, I don't know what the future holds, but I know who holds my future.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it. I
Yeah.
don't know what tomorrow may come. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know what is going to happen next month. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
what's going to happen November 3rd. I don't know what's going to happen January or February. But I know who holds my future
Mm-hmm.
and who has my future in his hands.
Okay.
So that's the only thing you can do, is that you got to live your life every day as to the
Mm-hmm.
fullest.
And throw us your
And
last.
and reaching back, you know what, going full circle back to Chad. That's what he did. That's what he did. Chad
Mm-hmm.
lived his life to the fullest up until the
Yes.
time. For you to have that much of an impact at that young of an age
Mm-hmm.
in your field
Mm-hmm.
is amazing. He will always be remembered.
Yeah.
Always,
Yeah.
always.
Mm-hmm.
And he brought life to that character.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I still say he would say, Black Panther is bigger than me, y'all. It's bigger than me. These
Yeah.
these little kids, and it's not just black kids, because a lot of times we try to like put Black Panther in a box
Mm-hmm.
and be like, he's so wonderful, he's amazing for black people. No, Black Panther was amazing for
Everyone.
everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. He wasn't just a one group superhero.
You had little white kids like,
Yes.
yeah, Black Panther. They wasn't looking at color. They wasn't looking at like, oh, that's a black man, that's or a superhero or white. They
Mm-hmm.
was just looking at him as a
A
superhero, a
character.
person, a human
Yes.
being,
Yeah.
and that's what Martin Luther King was talking about. That's what all of that all of the marching
Mm-hmm. Judge.
was.
He said, "Judge,
Judge me by my character
not
and
the
not by the
color."
color of my
Yeah.
skin.
Yeah.
And so for you to have all these kids, all
All
races,
over the
all over the
world.
world,
Yes.
looking up to Black Panther. They didn't care
Yes.
that he was black. They was just like, he's, even though Black Panther's in his name, but they wasn't like, I like him because he's black.
Mm-hmm.
They liked him because he was a superhero.
Yes. Who
So
happens to be black?
he just happens
Mm-hmm.
to be black.
So we'll
So
see how that sister thing go though, because I'm excited because if they do go that route, like the person has said, with
mhm,
the whole comic view character,
mhm.
I'm excited because we all fell in love with his sister to the
Yeah,
fullest.
she was. And she's
She,
from Africa, I think, right?
I don't
So
know.
she
I
really
don't.
from
I don't
Africa
know. I don't think so.
or England.
If some maybe yeah,
But I think
England. She
originally
has
her,
an accent.
yeah, I
Yeah,
think
it's when she
originally
talks.
Africa though. I think
I
I'm not
don't know.
sure. If
I don't
y'all
know.
know,
If
let
y'all
us
know
know.
that, could school us on
I
that one.
think
We
originally
don't want to get
Africa,
wrong information out.
because even though she lived like in England, that her family might still be
Yeah,
from
but
Africa.
her character can carry it. And yeah, she's a female. So, sorry brothers if it goes that route. But either way.
So that was our take on Black Panther and
Mhm.
who can replace Black Panther and can Black Panther be replaced and
And are they replacing them
yeah, and
and that
fourth
kind
stage colon cancer and living your life to the fullest and
so we can
the
end on
flying kites
our
and
Wakanda.
all kind of 15 million other things that we done dropped in this post. But that was our
Do your
take on that.
Wakanda
Oh, Wakanda forever.
forever.
Oh, that's so stale.
He would always do that, and they asked him about that. Do you get tired of doing Wakanda
Wakanda
forever? He even
forever.
said Howard forever when he spoke at Howard University.
Oh yeah, okay.
See, he's a HBCU grad too.
HBCU grad. All right,
Okay,
y'all. So that's our take on everything. Hope you enjoyed another
it can be
Woods.
W can be Woods Report forever. The W Woods Report forever. Okay.
I would tell you don't quit your day job, but you don't have one.
That's right. I work from home.
All right, y'all. So
Okay.
that you was ending my, I always end my another Woods report.
Oh, okay. I'm
All
sorry.
right, y'all. So that was another Woods report. Wakanda forever. Thank you, guys.